Hey all, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Didn't expect to kick off this part with a close-up on Goofy. A little bit distressing, but I do have some neat information to counter the horror of a close-up Goofy. All of these missions, sub-areas that we'll be dealing with here are actually based on classic Mickey Mouse shorts from the 1930s. This one is The Building Site from 1933's Building a Building.
Now, let's get those heartless.
A lot of us know about Steamboat Willie, but I've never actually really consumed the actual classic, Mickey cartoons. I'm actually curious, because I know Steamboat Willie itself is going to land in the public domain very soon. I wonder if the other ones are going to be like that too.
Well, I think Mickey Mouse as a character will probably always be viciously protected by Disney, but I don't know, you could have a horror film where Steamboat Willie, the actual steamboat, comes alive and starts eating people.
Steamboat Killy.
Oh, I love it!
It's so terrible, and yet it's so great that it works.
Oh, good stuff. What is the earliest Mickey Mouse cartoon? It could be Mickey, it could be Goofy, it could be Donald, that you can actually remember watching.
Are you talking about, chronologically, or, in terms of my age?
In terms of your age, what's the earliest one you can remember?
Shit, I'm sitting here trying to think about this. Oh, God. I really don't know. I think the earliest Disney thing that I remember watching...
Absolute idiot.
was this video. It didn't have Mickey in it, or maybe it did, but it was a video series where they do Disney sing-alongs, and it was like a school of birds, and there was an owl teaching them for that. That's the earliest Disney thing I remember, but in terms of Mickey and them or whatever, I legit do not know. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I can't really say I know what you're talking about there with the birds and the owl, but the earliest Mickey cartoon for me, and I brought this up many times, but fuck it, this is an anniversary playthrough, I can bring up old tidbits if I want to, was actually Clock Cleaners. Definitely not from the 1930s, but it's a colour one where Mickey, Donald and Goofy are trying to fix a clock tower.
When they were doing the Mickey, it was this show on ABC, it was the Mickey Mouse Works, that's what it was, and then later on those cartoons were in House of Mouse, but I know they had the more recent one that they did at the time, where it was Mickey and Donald and Goofy, and they were fixing shit. Now those I've seen, but I think those are kind of the more formal Mickey stuff I've seen. I didn't even watch for example, the Three Musketeers movie that they did. So my main exposure with that movie is honestly Kingdom Hearts, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's honestly not a bad movie. I would definitely recommend watching it if you've got a moment. But getting back to these shorts here, now we're in Lilliput, obviously from Gullivers Travels. This is a Mickey Mouse version. It's from the 1934 short Gulliver Mickey. Very, very smartly titled there, Disney.
Again, don't know a ton about this, although I have thought about Gulliver's Travels recently, I guess, in terms of, I guess I'm seeing, when the next remake is going to come out, or if there's an anime version that somebody made, because it's always interesting whenever, you just see, this anime based on this classic kind of property out of nowhere, when I found out that, somebody made an anime version of the Magic Treehouse books, a movie, I was really? Because I was actually super into those books as a kid, so that's interesting, yeah.
Now, I haven't heard of the Magic Treehouse, I've heard of the Magic Roundabout.
No, that's kind of different. I don't think the roundabout is exactly the same.
That's fair. Don't let that mayhem meter build up all the way, by the way. Chaos is good, not when you're around Jack Garland, and not usually, actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just don't let it build up, that's what I'm talking about.
I understand it as a mechanic in terms of, calling back to how zany these cartoons used to be with, the pipe arms and things like that. Again, my main exposure to that more these days is Cuphead, so...
Yeah. Let's take a look, Sora. Maybe it will show us all the orphans we made trying to save this town.
Admittedly, this part I think is kind of a little slow in terms of the actual build-up, because you have to do each one, and then you have to watch Pete having an existential crisis with himself about how much he sucks, which I agree, he does kind of suck, so...
Hey, come on, man. Not Pete. Sorry, I was trying to save time there, trying to think up a saving grace for Pete, but no, nothing came to me, no.
Yeah, no, nothing's loading for you, huh?
Oh?
See, I love it when he whines about this and then he magically gets his door to come up. I wish that happened whenever I whined about things. Like, man, I sure want a bunch of ice cream. It's not fair that I don't get it. And a hot girlfriend.
And it turns around and it's a girlfriend made out of ice cream. And you're like, oh, what have I wrought?
I know some people online who would still fucking fuck that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yep, no, the internet has broken us all. I'm sorry.
Oh, Christ. So yeah, we got to find that other door and close it, because that's what is allowing to use proper grammar and whatnot. There's Clarabelle, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Pete and the Heartless into Timeless River. Now, this is probably the most infamous of these Timeless River sections. Let's have a look here. The scene of the fire, inspired by the 1930 show The Firefighters and the 1935 show Mickey's Fire Brigade.
Brigade.
This is probably the earliest one that we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I think this is the one with the cars.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I don't know why they're so angry. Maybe it's because they wished, like, there was a Roger Rabbit world in this game.
I wonder if they will ever adapt that in any format. I mean, obviously without the other crossover characters from, like, Warner Brothers or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, I would like to think that the Kingdom Hearts audience is at a point as adults where we would appreciate that sort of reference, but again, it's very... You have to do it correctly, is what I'm trying to say.
Look, Square-Enix, we're adults. We can handle a little swearing, alright?
Oh man, no, I wanted to talk about this, because, you know, we're playing a Square-Enix game, and this is topically relevant. Well, no, it's not. I just wanted to talk about it. But recently, Square-Enix put out, like, a preview of a remake they did of, like, an adventure game, and I don't have the name of it on me, but it was like a classic Famicom adventure game. But what they did with this is they set it up to where they said they were using a language model, like AI, you can type commands and interact with it. It's fucking awful. It's like a parser that's worse somehow than the one in fucking Zork, which is a text adventure game from the fucking 80s. So good job, Square.
Well, there we go. I don't know if that was first time for Spar, but he can play the Kingdom Hearts a bit better than me, so I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I was reading his comment the other day about how missing treasure chest in the playthrough fuels himself because of your anger.
You could probably run a few countries on my impotent rage.
Oh no, I've got a lot of that too.
You've become a lot better about that over the years, mate. Don't sell yourself short.
And start thinking of a way we can use it to our advantage.
Maybe go to the past and kill Mickey while he's on the crapper. He won't expect that.
Well, I was going to go to the past and go to Circuit City when it was still open, but we could do that too.
As long as we avoid the shitty games that suck ass, then we'll be gold. I can't say go to the past without following up to play the shitty games that suck ass anymore. It's like a curse.
It's kind of nuts that AVGN is still kind of doing his thing, you know? I mean, after a while, I mean, I know I would run out of steam, but he's still going.
I mean, he started a couple of years before us, so not that much older than HFC.
Yeah, maybe we should have began bitching about NES games too.
Maybe so. Oh, Mega Man. Fucking crappy man.
That's exactly the kind of joke that my 2007 self would make.
I just don't have that kind of anger in me. And to be honest, neither does James, because I'm pretty sure Mike Matei wrote all those classic scripts.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's a lot more chill for that. I thought it was interesting when he put out that one video where it's like, well, here's my angry video game nerd meditation. It was like a legit 30-minute kind of chill tape, and I listened to that. I'm like, huh, you know, I kind of like that approach, actually.
There's Horace, wearing his slave collar. Very, very awkward.
Oh, classic slave collar Horace. What a guy.
Alright, the last one here, Mickey's house, which shows the inside of Mickey's house, funnily enough, decorated for Christmas from the 1931 show, Mickey's Orphans.
What about the black hole? Is that from a cartoon, or...?
Yes, during the classic Mickey Mouse short Mickey's House, a black hole appeared and sucked Mickey and Minnie into there, creating the Orphans.
Well, that's one way to do it, I guess.
Just in case you're wondering, yes, I am being facetious.
Hey, I'm fixing to say here.
And then a bunch of bees appeared and stung Minnie to death. Oh, very sorrowful.
Whee!
There we go. That's all the shorts done.
I think they were pretty happy they could reuse that animation like 4 times.
That's just classic Disney, well, animation for you, I guess.
Or PS2 limitations, which is fine.
Well, I say classic, it's more like whatever age Robin Hood and, you know, other stuff like that came out, really.
Well, that would also be kind of classic, I would think, right?
Oh, I'm turning to dust. Ah, there I go.
I wonder if they'll ever adapt Robin Hood. I mean, it's pretty plain. I have seen that movie, and it's not exactly... I don't know, I just didn't think it was that exciting, so maybe it wouldn't be a very good world.
Maybe you'd enjoy it more if you were actually English, like me, because I enjoy it a fair bit.
You know what must be done?
Is it like that with like the Sword in the Stone too? Well, I mean Merlin's in this, so...
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I have like a nostalgic attachment to those particular films, even if they're, let's be honest, not really top-tier Disney stuff.
Dude, they should do the Black Cauldron, like, straight up. That'd be great, actually, I think.
How about I throw you into a Black Cauldron?
Why? I was merely being helpful.
Again, there's that lack of impotent rage.
But first, I gotta go get my old boat back.
That's what I gotta do. Fuck killing Mickey on the crapper. Gotta get the boat.
So I can use the crapper on it.
Still, something doesn't seem right.
Why don't I have any pants now?
Oh, where are they, Sora? Did you take them?
Why isn't Sora walking around without pants if this is that age where they didn't have pants?
I think they had pants back in the 1930s, mate. I think you need to pay a bit closer attention in history class.
I don't know. Have you spoken with anybody from the 1930s? I didn't think so, Tom.
Shit, you got me there.
They're gonna fill the castle with darkness. We gotta hurry.
Fire? Oh my god, they're gonna set Mickey on fire.
Hey, hold it right there.
Shut up, my knee's giving out.
Hey, small fry. I finally found the pipsqueak what stole
I love this.
my-
Pete goes in the back and steals his boat from himself in the past. That's great. That's so petty.
Oh, you created a time paradox.
Looks like me.
Why would he do that? Why would he steal his boat from himself in the past?
We've discussed this. Pete isn't very smart, and you know, when it comes to time travel, you need a giga brain to understand the ramifications of changing the past. Unless this is like a alternate universe, you know, multiverse theory, like in Dragon Ball Z. But apparently, it seems like a linear path from A to B here.
I mean, no matter what, whenever you're dealing with time travel, that's just dicey, period, so you gotta watch out.
This boss is so funny. There he goes.
Where is he going with that?
You bugs couldn't follow me if you wanted to. Later, losers.
Oh, he's just right here.
Also, I keep forgetting that in Kingdom Hearts he somehow has, like, telekinetic powers?
Maybe it's just Timeless River granting him these abilities. You know, we never tried to whip out a cream pie out of nowhere and throw it in someone's face.
Actually, legit question, does Pete tap into the powers of darkness at all in any sense?
Sorry, I was looking at Pete's slack jaw there and I can't answer your question.
But please answer my question, I kinda am interested.
Well, he can summon the Heartless, so I would imagine so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I expected him, you know, when people are tapping into darkness, you know, they usually have, like, you know, dark moves, like Dark Fireball, Dark Walk, Dark Sleep, that kind of deal, Dark Fat. But he doesn't seem to do any of that.
I'm always using Dark Fat.
I know, right?
You'll pay for this.
Ah, fuck.
Nobody's driving that, are they?
Yeah, I can swim. Phooey.
He's gonna go to an old speakeasy to drown out his feelings.
Then you have to go for like a text adventure thing, where you have to convince Pete that the darkness isn't a good thing, light is right.
I don't know what this means psychologically if you beat up yourself in the past.
I can understand beating up yourself in the present, but yeah, usually the past is where the good or better stuff in your life tends to happen.
You think Pete, as a character, would have more punching theme attacks? Because clearly he's supposed to be like maybe a strong guy? I don't know.
Well, he is bulky, to say the least, so yeah, you'd think he'd throw his weight around a little bit more, and I guess he does. He has the shockwave attack.
This is true, but I mean, I just want... I don't know if there's any, like, cartoons where he's, like, a wrestler or anything. Just do, like, wrestling attacks all the time. It'd be great.
Oh, El Pete. Who is that masked luchador?
Yeah, who could this character be?
This was always a cool part of the boss fight, that it makes use of the different shorts, so you get a little bit of a cartoony scene change every so often.
Yeah, it brings in different effects, because beyond that, Pete, again, is really not that hard, because you have, like, 4 dudes wailing on him, and really only his super armor on some of his attacks help out, but he's pretty easy.
We are 4 dudes, 3 best friends, and 1 dude's past variant. We will beat up any present variant you desire.
Yeah, is this just like Persona now? You're kind of beating up a version of yourself? Well, he has bombs. I don't think that's like a darkness attack, you know?
He could become Captain Dark in Birth by Sleep.
That should have been part of his moveset. Like, he should have been able to change into his different forms and then do, like, rider attacks. Well, I just want rider attacks, so...
That's fair.
This fat ass doing a rider kick, though.
Yeah, you kind of beat me to it there. It would be glorious to watch, but horrifying to contemplate. There you go, Smart. And we got Reflect.
He'd probably shatter his fucking ankle at that rate.
No, he's still spinning.
It serves you right.
Don't laugh, this is gonna be you in a few years.
Come, magic door.
Yeah, and stay out.
Yeah, I know.
Again, this is another example of Pete not thinking ahead. He really should have summoned the door to the past in front of the guy with a key who can lock any door.
Oops. Gosh, I wonder why Maleficent wails on him so much.
Really? Kind of like Klongo from Banjo-Kazooie, except Pete probably deserves the abuse.
I guess every evil mastermind needs a stupid minion, huh?
Would somebody tell me what's been going on here? Who was that creep anyways?
Hello? That creep was you.
Jesus Christ, Sora.
It's a secret.
Secret? What kind of secret? Oh, never mind.
You freeze anime antics have tired me enough as is. If this is what's coming from the east, I'll have no part of it.
Can't wait to go home and have my usual nightcap of morphine.
I'll let you pilot my steam.
Look, I don't know what weird drugs they were doing in the 30s, okay? I mean, Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it, after all.
How did I know that was the first thing you were going to go for?
Because that was the easiest reference I had.
Exactly. Hee 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 hee.
I'm taking it before Disney can copyright this.
What a stinker.
He didn't do any fucking work.
Well, that's Steamboat Willie for you. Can't like this Keyblade actually, at least in terms of design.
I always felt the Keyblade itself was too short range, so...
Fair enough. At least it's not like Fairy Harp, which is the size of a toothpick. No, please! I can fix things with Daisy, I can!
Alternate timeline where he goes to the army instead of the navy.
An alternate timeline where Quack Pack doesn't exist and THD can finally stop bitching about it.
I have never bitched about Quack Pack, like,
yes,
ever.
you have. You have called it shit before.
Maybe, like, once, but it's not like, oh, another Quack Pack episode.
Just the idea of you sitting down to watch TV and Quack Pack shows up.
I don't even like watching this, but I got nothing else better to do.
By George, the lads have accomplished their mission.
Now, is that St. George you're talking about here? I don't want religion in my game.
Actually, yeah, that's a really good question. Is it St. George he's talking about?
We're back.
A dinosaur story.
Good. We brought Donald with us. I hope that wasn't a problem. Yes, it's probably best not to leave him in the past.
All you've done. Good work, you guys.
Now, boys, I hope you didn't do anything reckless while you were there.
Oh, we kind of allowed Horace Horsecollar to be pounded into mulch. Is that a bad thing?
He kind of brought back 30s money.
Walking. Still walking.
More gliding than anything.
Daisy is Donald's very special sweetheart.
Really?
Donald, you forgot about our date again. You'd better have a good excuse this time.
Don't you dare go saying you were in the past. You've used that like 5 times already.
Yeah, I like that the first time. She's like, okay, I guess I can forgive you.
The second and third time, kind of get a little bit sus. That's Tress McNeil reprising her role as Daisy Duck, by the way.
Donald?
Just be a minute. Going somewhere?
Not again. You're not using this a 6th time.
Donald!
Anime antics ensue.
No, this is like Western animation antics as well.
Oh, look.
Oh yeah, we should probably deal with the cornerstone.
It'd be funny if Daisy was the one that floated up instead.
No, stop it!
You gotta lock Daisy up.
And Don's like, finally, I can live!
And just seal her away.
This is so mean, why?
I mean, I don't. I'm just shit talking. I don't have a problem with Daisy.
That's fine. Because here comes the orbital laser to take her out. And thus the 1930s are sealed where they belong, in the past.
And keep your alcohol too, guys.
Daisy, we need Donald for just a little longer.
How much longer?
Well...
About a game and a half.
Maybe you want to extend that estimate just a
Don't
smidge.
you worry, Queen Minnie. We'll return.
Please tell the king that we're still looking for him.
You expecting him to drop by, Sora? You're still looking for him. How the fuck are we going to be able to contact him? Well, whatever. We'll just fade out instead of answering that question, I guess. See you all next time.